Alright, well that was weird. Had an unceremonious ending of that last stream. Let's see if the audio is better now. Ending of that last stream. See if the audio is better now. Seems better. Gonna be echoey. Okay. Fingers crossed that that stays working. Now let's turn the camera and get back to what I was trying to do. Yay! Okay. All right. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. All right. Macklemore. So I guess we don't really need those last run. Well, yeah, we don't really need those last runners. There, we do another little shelf here. And then I want like this setup. And ideally, I'll need it to be adjustable. So, oh, excuse me. Audio is much better. Yay, I changed basically nothing, but we'll take it. Sometimes the internet's weird like that. Not the internet, the computers. Computers are weird like that. Also, I think I've reduced the latency, so I'm not waiting so long to respond in chat. So less is 2 inches. Trying to figure out how big I need the bottom shelf to be. And I think the consensus is about 3 inches of space should be plenty. So if we're looking at, these are 4 3/4, we'll just make this 5 inches. Same with here to here. My scale is not perfect. So then I could do little 1/4 inch runners. I need 6 of them. 20 3/4 is about how tall this whole thing would be. Yeah, and then I'd need, oh, do I want, I'm just gonna add the shelf, is that, so we do 23 3/4, but then if we're including the thickness of the plywood, and I want to, for here, this is about 1/2 inch, so I want 24.5 inches roughly. Sides, I can have some slop in the bits here because I just want to make sure those fit nicely. Because then that gives me a 3-inch drawer shelf thingy here where all my bits can go to die, and then I'll figure out the measurement for how this tacks on the bottom afterwards. So if these are 16 inches deep and 18 inches wide, this is going to be, let's make it 16 inches deep. And we'll do 18.5, so I've got a little bit of wiggle side to side. Okay, so I need a square. Let's figure out my cut list here. For the tops and bottoms. Yeah, the top needs to be 16 by 18.5 as well as the bottom. So I need 2 times 16 by 18.5. For the shelf, I will cut a groove in that so it'll be slightly less. I'll figure out that once I've built the box. Let's get the box built first. And then I need 2 16 by 24.5. Ooh, 24.5 is gonna be tricky. No, it's not. I could go exactly 24 and drop the 1/2 inch. Yeah, maybe that's the move. The reason is because I've got some pre-cut plywood here that is 24 inches wide. And so I want to use as much of these as I can. Now it's slightly under 24. How about you? Slightly under. Slightly over. You're the winner. Cool. You will be my sides. Yeah. Oh, perfect. Because then I can cut this one down to 2/16 widths, and that'll be sides. And then I need 2 for the top, which I'll do in a minute. And then this thicker 3/4 inch is what I will use for the shelf in the middle. Well, we'll see. I don't know how deep that is. It might be the wrong size. But let's get cutting. Ugh. Okay. Hoi. See, this is why I need the storage for this stuff. It's just in my way right now. Oh my god, it weighs so much. Okay, the next test is coming up soon here of, does the table saw noise cut out appropriately? But first, we're gonna try switching cameras to that guy, because this is where we're gonna be working on making our cuts, but I should reposition the, where it's aimed. Oh, no, that's the wrong direction. Let's go that way, because that's where I'll be making my cuts. This will be 16. Oh, way too far. Yeah, and which saw blade is in here right now? The wrong one! It's always the wrong one. Turn the saw off. There's my wrenches. Okay. Shop infrastructure has become much more important because we cleared out the garage of all of my tools and stuff, which is good news because it means all of my tools or stuff are in the workshop. The bad news is all of my tools and stuff are in the workshop. I don't have room for all of it yet because I haven't built storage for all of it. And I want everything to have its own little house. Everything should have somewhere to live. And that's what I'm working on today. And probably next weekend. And probably the weekend after that. In between, do gotta get that other dresser built. Got the wood for it right up there. Just need to take a bunch of measurements and get it done. Boy, a couple years ago, I really hated changing, I just didn't want to ever change my table saw blade. I didn't want to ever have to do that. Didn't want to put dado stacks in. It doesn't take very long, and it makes things so much nicer. Using the right blade for the right cuts. It's a lovely, lovely thing. Except for this, I think, is this even the most right blade? Shop furniture, I can be a little messy with my cuts. Oh yeah, that ship might look familiar, huh, Sam? Okay. Let's bring this back down. A more reasonable height. That's good. Okay, saw is on. Dust control is on. How loud is that? Is that like too loud and obnoxious? Or is it just sort of there? Can you even hear what I'm talking when I've got it on? Or should I mute myself? Is 5 a lot or is 5 I mean, I know 5's like right in the middle. Well, whatever. I'm just gonna have it on and you can turn me down while I'm doing it. Sorry. We'll see how the table saw sounds too. This will be a fun little test. Okay. Boom. That is 2 sides. Haha. Look at that. Great news. Now let's check and make sure I got that depth right, because this is going to be really embarrassing when I measured wrong and just totally biffed it. Oh, I should be moving the empty one, not the one that's full of stuff. Okay. Depth looks good. I've got it laying on here. Depth is okay. Got a little bit of wiggle room for back and forth, and that's good because I'm gonna have to mount this on the wall somehow, and that gives me a gap in the back. Excellent. That's my 2 sides. Now to make the 2 tops. Is Pal World good, or is it one of those games that everyone's gonna play for like 2 weeks and then never go back to? Not that that's like a bad thing. People are allowed to enjoy stuff for finite amounts of time, but I have a lot of video games and I don't have a huge compulsion at this point to go and just buy more of them. So this is so close, like a 1/4 of an inch. Not even a 1/4, that's like an 1/8 of an inch. Do I care that much? No, this will be the bottom shelf. That'll solve that problem. So I need this to be 18. Actually, how wide is this? So now I need 2 16 by 18s. Here's my 18. Before I do that, let's make sure that's actually wide enough. Anything that's too wide, I could wiggle that in here. Doesn't have to be a perfect snug fit, but I don't need a ton of slop on the sides. Oh God, Jesus Lord. Okay. Hang on to this board. How wide are you? Just shut. Yeah, that's perfect. Watch out, camera, here I come. Okay, there's my 18. And then crosscut this back down to 16, which I should have done first. So I want all of my things to be the same. Dimensionally referenced. Yay. Whatever. Okay, that's our first bit of the box. It really is that easy. So let's lower the blade here and work on making these 4 sides into a box. So I'll swap cameras. Swoop, swap, swoop. So I'll be working right there. Pardon the mess behind everything. So if in theory... Yep. Oh, look at that. I don't know what you can see, but that's like... bang on. Excellent. Hold them in place. So, you over there. Loudly. And... Okay. It really should be as simple as this. Yep. There. I'll do some wood glue and nails, just like I've done with a bunch of my other cabinets. Nothing too fancy there. Use my corner clamps, which are in... Need to label everything. This drawer. Where'd those little clamps I had go? I just had them. Ah, here they are. There. You know what? I think I'll pocket hole these. It makes more sense. I think it'll be a little more rigid than what I was gonna do. Yeah. So let's get the pocket hole jig out. Drill some pocket holes. And then I'll, yeah, pocket hole and screw it. And then I can clamp it. And it's a little easier that way. I'm just marking off where I'm going to put the screws. I'm only going to need like a couple screws in each piece. Pocket hole. Yeah, I'll show you. Pocket hole. It's called a pocket hole because it's a little hole that you drill that makes a pocket for your screws to go live in. So this is a pocket hole jig. It's a nicer one. I had like a little piece of shit pocket hole jig for a long time, and then I finally went and spent the like $100 on this. Oh my god, it's so worth it. But basically the way it works here is you've got some holes up here in a piece of machinery that moves. It's going to drill an angled hole into the wood, and inside of that angled hole will be where my screws live. So let me find the drill bit. This is 1/2 inch ply that I'm working with. So, I've got a little setup here. Ooh, my Chipotle is here. Uno momento. Okay, there we go. Now it should be back. That was weird. I think it's because I took a phone call. Did it go out right when I took my phone call? Either way, if you didn't hear the answer to my question, yes, the purpose is so that the screw head doesn't poke out. And so, you know, you can have the strength of screws, but without the visibility of screws. So when you're making, you know, if you're working with stuff quickly, or, you know, you want to put, basically it's a great way to build stuff fairly rapidly that's still pretty strong. And so that's what I am going for here. Mas rapido. So I'm going to clamp this little doohickey down. I'm going to hook my vacuum up. And then I'm going to pause and go get a burrito. I didn't think it was going to get here so soon. I need a little be right back page with some like royalty-free music playing. But yeah, so I just take this guy, clamp him on down. I gotta put a little force. And I can drill in there. But let me get the vacuum out. Another thing on the to-do list is better shop-wide dust collection, but shop-vac works pretty decently. I'll bang out these screw holes. All right. Pocket holes have been pocket drilled. Now it's time to pocket screw it together. Let me move this setup out of the way. Whoops. All right. I'll bring this over the camera just to show it real quick. So these are pocket holes. So they're angled little holes. I don't know how well it's showing up in there, but angled little holes that then I'm going to drop a screw into. Well, a series of screws per hole. And these are not the right screws. This is a box of apparently just assorted screws that I threw in a box. Thanks, past me. You're a champion. Anyways, that's exactly why I made this chest of screws. Think 1-inch screws should be fine. Yeah, I think 1-inch screws will be fine. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Woo, launched that one. 12. Okay. And grab my impact driver, which is over there. Again, because nothing has a home for this drill stuff, I have to march all around the shop to find these things. And I grab the correct bit. There. And I'll reinforce this with a little bit of glue. Whether that ends up making a difference in strength, I don't know. But I'm going to use it. Where's, oh my gosh. I already have glue out. It's over here. Everything's over here. Okay. Move the drill, don't need that right now. This up. Yeah. Okay. This there. Now let's first run the glue line. Glue. Oh, you know what? I'm a big old dum-dum. I can't put this together yet because I need to cut the grooves for my other shelf that's going to be in here. The one I was talking about making. The one I haven't made yet. This glue needs to get wiped off. And this is why you stop to take food breaks, people. This is why you stop to take food breaks. That's my blood pressure tank, or my blood pressure tanks. Oh, that'd be a way bigger problem. Blood sugar tanks. My brain no do the thinking no good. So let's wipe this off real quick. We don't want that to dry while I am doing other stuff. Okay. So, question is, not you, maybe you. You might be perfect, actually. Sure. Just slightly narrower. No, you're exact same size there. So I need to get my dado stack to be as thick as this board, because then I'm going to use this as my shelf. I'll cut it to dimension in a bit, but we can at least get the saw set. Move this guy. Actually, this might be a good time to use that other camera shot. Swap it up, eh? Aim you down. You can see what I'm doing. For those unfamiliar with dado stacks, this is, the idea is you just stack saw blades and then make a thicker cut. So let's see how thick my default stack is. Definitely too short. See, I'm only coming up there. so we can put a chipper in there. And let's just see, just setting it. Ooh, that is dang close. That might be exactly what I'm looking for here. Oh, but with this plastic little doodad in between, it might botch the whole operation. Oh, nope. That's okay. We're really, really close to exactly what we want. You can see there's a small lip. So now what I do is inside this little thing of chips, there's also these little bitty shims. And I can start shimming between my blades until we get it exactly the thickness we want. Let's try 2 of those. Ooh, that is close. Maybe 1 more shim. What kind of thicknesses are we working with here? This one might work. And this one I like because it's magnetic. There we go. If anything, it is, oh wow. Basically perfectly flush. If anything, the saw blade now has like a 64th of an inch of extra gap, which is exactly what you want, because now that means I can slide that board into that groove, which is what I will do when I come back from eating a burrito. So I'm going to leave the camera there, but let's pull up. If I hit play, there we go, we'll get some music going. And I'm going to throw next. I'll just put you right there. Perfect. All right, get the music going. I will return. I'm gonna obviously turn off my microphone while I hork down a burrito, because that's cruel otherwise. Alrighty, let's go ahead and hide that be right back, because I am indeed back. Woo! Turn down the music a little bit, but music's lovely. Why not leave it on? Okay, now where were we? That's right, we've got our data stack set up. We've got the thickness dialed in to have this be my shelf. And so we'll cut the camera back up and over here. Actually, let's switch back to this camera because I can point out what I'm doing and all that good-ish. Let's move all this stuff out of the way first. Don't want sound, don't need this bucket. Don't need that. These are what we're cutting into. Oof. All right. You are just spare plywood, which I'll probably end up using. Mr. Pocket Hole Jig. I know I want to be 3 inches of shelf space. Maybe slightly under 3 inches. Let's do that. Oh, before I do that, though, I actually have to install the blades. That means I need blade guard. Oh, gosh. Turn off the saw. Don't want to have an accident. All right. We do my wrenches. All right. I ate that burrito too fast. I am very full. But I regret nothing. I guess except for eating that burrito too fast. And fun part with saw stop is I also have to change out the brake cartridge for one that can handle a dado stack. Because you'll see the normal one, but that wide, the dado stack one is much wider to, you know, stop more blade, as you might expect. I don't know about never regret, but, you know, hopefully not regret too often. Especially a burrito. If you're regularly regretting burritos, maybe just stop eating burritos. Okay, brake cartridge is locked in. And left this side. Alright, and it looks like my shims stayed in place. Sweet. Excuse me. Right. You know what? Gotta get the arbor on there. Or, I guess this is whatever. Right. Big scary stack of blades is in place. Lower that down. Lock this guy in place. Why is this so loose? Don't like that. Oh, there's a set screw here I didn't know about. Ha ha ha! That explains that. Alright, well my wife just asked my social security number, so if I suddenly disappear off of YouTube for a while, it's probably me dealing with having my identity stolen. That'll be fun. Okay. Screwed that a little too far out. She's signing up for her benefits with her work, so I think she needed my social as well to check stuff. I don't know. I'll find out later. I don't care anymore. Go ahead, steal my identity for all I care. See, this is... This is missing one of the little set screws. And it's becoming a problem. I think I have an extra blade guard somewhere around here that I can steal one from. Yep. Oh, this one's in better shape than my other one. Probably swap this one out anyways. Oh, you don't have one back there either. That's very interesting. Something is off. Oh, that's probably why. That's interesting. We've got lots of room. What are you pinching on? Guess I could rotate the camera. Joys of every infrastructure project also turning into like maintenance and other stuff. But with these. Not sliding where they're supposed to. These should go there. Just like that. Perfect. And you're locked down there. Yeah. So what's going on with this? There's these two little screws down here. I'm trying to get to hook inside of these other two screws at the table. And it's just not doing it for some reason. There we go. And then this go down. Okay, that should be better. Still don't like how that wobbles. But it should be okay. All right. Now we get to make some noise. Saw that on. Okay. So, having cut that groove, I now have a slot. Perfectly fits this board. And you know me, I love slots. Look at that. Beauty. Absolute beauty. Let me lift the board a little here. Gorgeous little groove. Fits in there just right. That's hard to do standing up. Yeah, this will be my shelf. I'm gonna have to cut it down just a little bit in size, but I'll wait until I assemble the rest of the cabinet together. And it will be in great shape. Don't need these for a little bit. Every horizontal space will get filled inside of a workshop. Every single one. Now, where were we? Bottom shelf. Now back to that stage we were at before, burrito. Pre-burrito, when I was gonna screw this bottom on. So we can put some glue on there, which will just hopefully back up the screws. The screws are gonna be the main strength here, but hey, a little glue never hurt. I don't know if that's like universally true. I mean, like, I know kids would eat glue and stuff, so I guess that probably hurt, but that's not what I mean. So we're fine. Okay, you there, and you at a nice solid 90 degrees. Once I get this clamp to release just a minute amount, good lord. There we go. And now I can drive a screw in there. If my driver wasn't on the other side of the planet. Wait. Think critically. Which side's going to be visible? If this is the bottom or top. If I flip this over, now the screws won't be visible when I look inside the shelf. Critical thinking. Critical thinking. An important part of the puzzle. I think I need slightly longer screws. Okay. How long are these? I don't think I have like 1.5 inches. If these are 1.25 inches. Nope, these are dead on 1 inch. Let me go find my 1.25 inches. Luckily I know I've got them because I've got it all labeled in here. I've got all these little boxes with labels. I don't think that's readable, but it says number 7 by 1. And now it has 1 fewer. Whoops. Here we go, 1.25 inches. I need 12, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12. That extra 1/4 inch should do me wonders in holding this whole thing together without stripping the screw. Yes, so this cabinet is for storing these whole things, in which I have replaced the default inserts, which are like this big, and they come in 2 sizes. Both, I would argue, are too big for what I need for how many screws I have. For me, the problem isn't the like quantity of any given number of screw. The problem is the number of different kinds of screws I have. So instead, I 3D printed a bunch of inserts. Let me just bring the camera over. And I've got those sitting in there. And then they're all labeled and everything, which is nice. And I can take those out and use them kind of wherever. I can just pop them out of that box, set them where I need it. If I'm working with like 2 or 3 kinds of screws, I just take the 2 or 3 I need out set them on my shelf. If you have a 3D printer and haven't looked at the system called Gridfinity, I highly recommend it. That's what those are, is part of the Gridfinity system. There's just a set grid underneath that you can then pop boxes into. I've got some more examples over on my other workbench, but it's just nice. You can just lay out these little grids and then you can pop these boxes wherever and they stay pretty stable. I've got some in drawers where I've got inserts for like my calipers are sitting in them. The whole idea is I want everything in my shop to have a home. Everything should have a place to go. And this screw, I need like 1 1/8" screws. Ugh. Okay, well, I can go back to the inch screw and then just drill slightly deeper. That would work too. But the idea and part of what I'm working on right here is I want everything to have a home. And if everything's got a home, then it's a lot easier to manage organization and stuff. There we go. My pocket holes weren't quite pocketed deep enough. So I'm manually going and doing that, which is sketch, but whatever. Should be fine. There we go. Okay. And now I go back to my 1-inch screws instead of these ones that are going to actually slam through the back of the board. Why measure twice and cut once when you can measure once and then just cut again and cut again and cut again and then realize the damn board is still too short? Nope. Okay, grab these, swap out screws again. And instead of picking out the 12 I need, let's practice what I preach and grab my little box and I can just bring it over here. And I've just got all the ones I'll possibly need right with me. Okay, well, there we go. All right. Whoop. Let's make sure this is actually aligned how I want. I need another clamp. Great news, they're all behind me. Clamp City. Population clamps. That one got away from me immediately. Okay. Just want to keep this bottom aligned. Pocket screws have a tendency when you actually go and screw them in to just shift the board a little bit, which is really annoying. So that's what I'm clamping this down to avoid. There we go. There we go. Aha! Oh no, I don't need that. I can unscrew this. This needs slightly more drill. There we go. Okay. One side done. Now we do it all again. But over here. Oh boy. Yep. Let's run some glue along this side. Oops. Come on, dang it. I need to refill my glue bot. No, glue bot is not a little robot I made. It's a just brand of glue bottle that's nice because you don't have to tilt it to pour. These are the optimizations that matter when you're a woodworker. They don't, but it is nice. Oops. Come on, gosh darn it. There we go. Get you to just stay put. It's a lot of tedium just for screwing two boards together at a right angle, but I'd really rather get it right the first time. As much as I can. There we go. Okay. Grab this guy. Bada bing. Bada boom. Okay. So that's the bottom of my little rectangle. Yeah, there goes that. So this is what the pocket holes now look like. So yeah, they're little holes here, but the good news is that when I put the mounting for the drills, which I don't know if you can see it drawn over there, little T shapes hanging underneath here, we'll be in good shape. Now here's where I forgot to do some math when I measured. Is whether or not the groove will be big enough to fit the stuff. Because I forgot to account for the thickness of the board I'm putting on the bottom. Oopsies! How thick? This seems like my thickest thing of drill bits. All about 2 inches. Woo! That is close, but it fits. So cool. And really, that's just meant to be a little shelf for me to tuck stuff away that I don't use very often. So I'll call that a win. And this, being the bottom, is okay that it's kind of ugly. Same with the bit here that's going to be the top. I'm okay with it being a little wonky looking, because it's going to be up and out of my view. Again, just using some glue to kind of reinforce this joint. And again, I doubt it'll end up really making a difference, but just in case it's there. In case it ends up being helpful in holding this thing together just a little bit longer. Oh God. All right. This one will be easier. I can apply the clamp one time, and I know it's not going to buckle in on me because there's a board on the other end already. Ah, shit. Fussy little baby. There we go. Like that, soldier boy. All right. Okay. Couple screws. Nope. Stay put. Stay put. Good. There we go. flip this over for this next piece. Easier to make sure it's all where I want it. There we go. All right, 2 more screws. There's 1 and 2. Here we go. Boom. All right. Now it's all screwed together. Easy peasy. So, again, super simple. We've just got a rectangle, nothing very exciting yet. Let's see if it's actually square. Wouldn't that be fun? If all this work went in and it's not even close. So it's a little bit out of square that way. But that's easy to fix because I'm going to put a little brace across the back here. But let's see, because I've got my storage box that's going to end up living in here, right? Let's see if it fits. Boy, wouldn't that have been funny? All that work and then it doesn't even fit. But no, we're good. And I've got enough room in the back to put those exact bracers I was talking about. Yay! So that's gonna fit great. Let's get this shelf in there so that that's just done and over with. I don't need this sticker on the shelf. Whatever, where'd my tape measure go? Classic. Hiding just off camera. Not off camera. On camera, out of my view. We've got 18 and like a 1/16 of an inch. Okay. All right, well, you heard it. All right, let's swap these blades back out and get ready to cut. So, pivot the screen. Let's swap cameras. Well, a little on the way. Move this. Oh, this is all the stuff I want. Yep. Turn the saw off, raise the blades. Okay. All right. Oh boy, that's on there. Whew. Come on, come on. There we go. Okay, take this part. Let's get those shims out of there. There's a shim shiminy shim shim charoo joke in there somewhere. And my magnetic shim. You. Oop. There we go. Okay. Do you fit together? Oop, like that. Aha! Saw blades go away. Oops. Oh, that's facing the wrong way. Oh, come on. What is going on here? There we go. Okay. And once again, we take the dado break out. Boy, I would love to have a dedicated table saw for dados, but that would be so much space. Just so much space taken up. Okay. Put the old regular saw blade brake back in. Guess it's not old, but there we go. Riving knife goes back in as well. Boom. And a saw blade. The least surprising part of this operation. Whoop. There we are. And locked. Cool. You go back and in place. You are going to go under the saw along with the dado stack. For now, turn this on and lower the blade. And we measure our 18 and a smidge using the same tape that we measured the gap with, which I think is important. You want consistent measurements. Yep, right there. Anything, I'm gonna tap it just. There we go. Give me just that extra little bit of security. There it goes on. Ears. And boom. Let's see. Yeah, that's gonna fit in just like that. Oh, how nice is that? Now I've got my shelf. I can slide these bits in there. All this crap. And because they're nice and bright and colorful, I'm not too worried about like keep labeling them or having to have a specific side out. That was just extra storage space, but we're already almost done. Great, I gotta put a couple dividers so that the various boxes can stack. Let's find my empty one so I can be moving that instead of the one that's full of screws and nails. Ugh. Have this empty guy here. And I guess now we want to make sure I can fit all of them. That's another thing I should have checked. If we're going there-ish. Yeah, that's about right. This is going on the wall, not on the floor. That's why if it was going on the floor, I probably would have had the screws go on the, I don't know where this camera, screws go on the inside instead of on the top, because they'd be less likely to see it looking down. But because this is going up on the wall, right, actually behind the camera is the plan, I won't see those screws. And the other ones on the bottom are going to get covered up. Let's put another one of these. And I don't want them doing their little intersection stacking. I want them at like full height. Because I want to be able to pull out individual ones. I don't want to be pulling these out onesie, two, or all four at a time. I want to do onesie, twosie. And oh yeah, oh, I got room to spare. Dang, I could have made that shelf bigger. Well, that's okay. I can put another shelf in if I really want to. That's what I'm learning. And that's great news. Okay. So. Well, that took a finger. Okay. But that's kind of the idea of what we're looking at here. Oh, that squished my finger real good. Now, the way these are stacked right now, they have these little kind of nubbins on the top of each box. Let's pull it out. You got these little horns. So it's not accounting for that gap. They're kind of sitting inside those lips. So we've got about, what is that, like half an inch? Yeah, 5/8 of an inch per one of these that's stacked, that's being kind of not accounted for when I do this measure. So if I go from here to there, we've got about 4 inches of play. Which if I was, I mean, I could fit actually a fifth one right now, but I'd have to take out all 4 every time, which would be really rough. I don't want to do that. So instead, I'm just going to make sure we've got nice strong runners here. I've got 4 inches. Well, we got 5/8, and there's 1, 2, 3 stacks happening. I really got, you know, about 2 inches of room here to put my spacers in. And if I've got to have 3 spacers, then I can have them be about 3/4 of an inch thick. I'll probably leave them at 1/2 inch thick. And I need them to come out. I've got options here because of the way these are shaped. Do I want all of them? See, that's a thing I should have seen coming. See, I knew there was a risk to the box system I had. This was avoidable. But very funny that it just happened while I was about to start speaking the praises of my little setup. That's pretty funny. And a thing I will solve later. There's only a couple of these spilled. Anyways, that's part of why I don't want to take them out over each other. I want to be able to slide it out nicely to avoid that problem. But the shape out here, where's that empty one? It's on the bottom of the pile? Yeah, it's on the bottom of the pile. Of course, it's on the bottom. So, the way this is shaped, if I just do a thin runner, it would only be resting on these 2 points, and that doesn't feel super durable. So I want it on the bottom. So that means I need to be coming out pretty far from the wall. I mean, at least, what is that? 3/4 of an inch. So I want to be 1 inch thick and about a 1/2 inch tall. Ooh, that's going to be tricky to make sure they're like flat. But, you know, that's the way it's going to go. How tall are these again? 4 5/8. I want to create spacers that are say 4 3/4 of an inch wide. 3/4. Let's cut that real quick. Foam pad? I just see foam pad in question with question mark. I don't really know what foam pad would be for. Let's see. Now I need to cut these strips about So this is kind of the idea, is I wanted strips like this, but that's just gonna rest on that side piece, and that feels wobbly to me. So I think if I stack 2 of these, that could work. What do I have in my scrap pile? This is what scrap piles are for. That's some ash, some cherry. I like the idea of using ash for this because it's a nice hard wood. Nice and dense. What I'm trying to accomplish. Let's see. What are you? You're not even 5/8 by 3/4 of an inch. If I went here, so close. So you're a bust. How about you? Oh, really close. This is an interesting part of the puzzle. So if I had it just wide like that, then I'm worried that they're just going to snap off, because now we've got a lot of leverage here. I could just do more shelves. Well, I could have, but I already screwed this thing together. Oops. Interesting. But yeah, I think I just have it rest on the little nubbins here. If I'm doing that, then I can just use this 1/2-inch ply. Just do some 1/2-inch strips and we can see how that goes. That's an easy thing to test. So the test shall happen. So we do that. And if I want this to just be how far off the ground does that sit? Like 1/8 of an inch. Yep, let's try that. Do some 3/4 of an inch thick strips and just see how it looks. Let's just do a pair to start and see how well it fits. Forgot to turn on dust collection again. Woo! Hello there. So we put those there. And then we take this and we set it on it. Yeah, so that's what I was worried about, is that wibbly wobbly, tilty wiltiness of. I don't love that. Another option would be to cut those pieces off of these boxes, which I don't hate as an option. But this does slide nicely. What about one with a bunch of stuff in it? Let's see. You're heavier. Oh, yep. Yep, you're plenty heavy. Oh. Yeah, it's not gonna like fall through. I think this is the way to go. Okay. So, I need to cut 4 more of those strips real quick, and then cut them to length, but we're looking good. Wait a second. How am I missing one? Did I just lose count while cutting? That's possible. Okay. Got our 6 sliders. Now I just need to make sure they're the right width. And that's what the miter gauge is for. And a stop block. So let's push this up to 17 inches. Put a 1-inch stop block. And put the miter in the right slot. And then I just cut all these in one go. Anywhoozle. That should be where that goes. Like so. Yep, that should be it. All right, let me go get my nail gun. Wrong drawer. How long are my current nails? Oh, I got staples in here. They are too long by like just barely. Dang it. All right. That's fine. All right, where's my 18 gauge nails? You're also going to be too long, aren't you? Yeah. Cool, I get to use my pin nailer. Where am I? This is interesting. Can't find the nails for one of my nail guns. Let's see. See, that's not long enough. Guess I'm gonna use screws instead of nails because I don't think I have the right nails right now. That's pretty funny. Oh well. Not a big deal. Speaking of screws, I would be looking for... I think 1 inch is going to go too far here. Ah! Let's see. Yeah, if I over tighten those, it'll go right through. 5/8 is too short. 3/4, think you'll work? Yeah, you'll work. Cool. Let's use those. No nail gun required. Hooray! Boo. I don't know, it doesn't matter. That. Find the right bit. Probably somewhere over in this pile of depression. Yeah, 1 inch is just too long. Okay. All right, Mr. Nail Gun. Not today. You go back in your hole. I don't know where my 18 gauge nails are. This part's easy. I cut this spacer board the thickness of one of these guys. Actually, let's double check that. Trust but verify. Where's the empty one? On the bottom of the pile again? Oh, no. Yep, it is. This one will do. You go here. Oh, no. Here. Let's make sure. Yep. This gives us clearance. We've got clearance, Clarence. Once again, we apply wood glue. This time it will definitely be helping with strength. Not sponsored by Titebond. But if Titebond people ever watch this video, I am not against being sponsored by Titebond. Or almost anyone. Wrong screws. Correct screw. Okay. In a moment surprising no one who knows what they're doing, I just botched that by not pre-drilling my holes. Pre-drill your holes! It's just everyone's better off. Damn it. Oh, what size bit makes sense for this? Probably you. Yep. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Yeah, right through the side on that one. I don't even care. Oh, jeez. Okay. Boom. One there. On to the next one. And do as a tradition, blow through the back. Okay. Get some glue. Pop that on there. Space block to the rescue. All right, let's see if they fit. Moment of truth. First one goes on the shelf. I should probably install that shelf. And then second one goes on the spacers and slides right on in, right? What are you stuck on? Oh, stupid thing flipped up. Boom. Just like that. Okay. Yes, there is some wobble, but again, they're not going to really come spilling out on me. Okay, well, off to the races. And actually, I won't be able to do that once I put the second row of races in there, so that's great news too. All right, we are cooking with gas now. That goes there. Just got to install the rest of the sliders. And then the last bit is installing the mounts for the drill. cook with whatever fuel I want. Maybe I'll power my shop with coal. Actually, it's actually heated by a mini split behind me that's powered by electricity, but you know, whatever. Ugh, I'm not cooking with that. Just trying to stay warm. Medium levels of success. All right, last two. Okay. And now that space is... Oop. Oh, I might need to trim this one down. We shall see. Let's get this one in there first. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to move those two ones down. Because if I put this here, there, don't think this will fit. Oh, nope, it does. Oh, okay. Oh. It's fun when things just work out, right? Ooh, who are you? You're the extra one I cut. Ha 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 ha. Like a glove indeed. Look at that. Couldn't have planned it better. Luckily, I didn't have to. There we go. Now the correct one's in place. Okay. Wow, yeah, that just went so well. extraordinary. Let's drill some holes where these guys go. Whoops, come back here. Back there. Move this. Oh, don't you go tilting. Okay. Okay. I need to know is this. Okay. Okay. Move this. Move that here. Excellent. Whoops. Shoot. You. Okay. That should be spot on where I need it to be. Whoops, flew right through the wood on that one. What the F? Okay. Last one. Ah, damn it. Well, we'll see. Might be fine. Okay. Do you fit? Yes. And that means you should fit. Once I remove this spacer. And survey says she do. Oh, wait. Yep. Ooh, it's a tighter one. That one's a bit tight, but that's okay. It's good. Anything that's better. Ha, ha, ah, all right. So that is the top of this whole thing. Coming together nicely. Got another one back here for, yep. Okay. So, cabinet built. Great progress. Just got to make a little drill holey bit on the bottom and then hang it on the wall. Okay. Let's take all of these out so I can actually work with it. Yeah. Okay. Easy peasy. This part's super duper easy. Doop. And same thing on this side. And then I slide it back in. Oh, that's pretty funny. Okay, well, let's wipe that up. Okay. Where'd that big clamp go? Let's just do that for good measure. This should also help keep it more square. Let's see if that's what's happening. Yeah, actually. Yeah. Cool. Cool. So, got that shelf gluing and drying. I'm gonna grab another clamp and just clamp it. Oh, hi, Patty.
Hello.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
What's that?
I just go to the store a bit, so I thought I'd come upstairs.
Okay, hello. This is, so,
Yeah, it looks really good. Oh, so you can put all that stuff in there?
yeah, and it just goes like this. Oop, I missed that one.
Perfect. And then that's just gonna go up there, the little cubby?
It's gonna go right up there, and then I got one more thing I gotta build for the bottom of it.
Amazing.
For hanging my drills from. But yeah, coming along.
Looking good.
Say hi to the internet.
Hello, Internet.
I think it's just Sam.
Hi,
See,
Sam.
Sam still refuses to take the I off the end. It's P-A-T-T-Y, Sam. She's gonna come for you.
I am. Patty with an eye is
Slutty.
stripper's name. It's my alter ego. I didn't want to offend any other Patties with an eye out there.
All ones inside of Sam's house. Or I guess somebody could theoretically, oh hey, look, no, we do have another person. Hello, John. That's my wife, Patty.
Hi, John. Yes, thank you for putting the Y, John. Thank you.
Okay. All right, so this is looking good. There's two things left. First is I want to be able to hang my drills underneath it. You're back. Oh no! One of the dice I made has survived a rainstorm, so that's good. No videos on making dice. There's plenty of those on YouTube. What do you mean, but why? Oh, bite me, Sam. But yeah, so my goal is to be able to hang underneath my drills like this. And the way to build that is really simple as far as I've seen, and it's basically just to make some L's and T's that go underneath the cabinet. So I'll flip this over so I can start working on that and attaching it to the base. And then once I have those built and attached, the last step is just putting the French cleat on the wall. And I'll explain it for if you're not familiar with French cleats, don't beat yourself up. I will explain those once I get to it. And I have some dry glue right in my arm here. Oh no. Oh God. Oh, that sucked. Okay. Yeah, so I gotta kind of get the spacing for these right. Because I want... Oh, I don't have any... Where's some of my scrap ply? It's over here. All the scraps in the world, and none of them are shaped how I want. Such is life. But at least enough to explain what I'm trying to do, I hope. Well, these aren't the right shapes. I'll cut them in a minute. But basically, I'm going to be cutting like, if I want them to be apart, like that sort of shape. I mean, when I said shaped like a T, I think everyone understands what the letter T looks like, but still. And I'll probably have it be shorter. I don't need it to go the whole length of the base. Doesn't matter which side this is the front. I guess I can pick that. I only need to go about as deep as these drills are going to ever be, because they're going to face that way. If this is the front, we'll pretend that I only need it about this deep. So I can kind of make that as its own thing. So how deep is that? How can I not keep my tape measure in my pocket? Good grief. Looking... do 6 inches before the back. Yeah. And then that way I'll have a little back as well as a face. Now, do I want to be able to hang them with the batteries in? It's probably not best for the tool to keep the batteries in them all the time, but I do anyways, and I'm not going to want to have to take my batteries out every single time that I'm using this. So yeah, I'll go for the height, assuming the batteries are in there, which is roughly 3.5 inches. And then these are all in the same DeWalt batteries. I don't have a lot of other battery powered tools at this point that are handheld, so I don't really feel the need to get different spacing. It's all DeWalt. That's 3.5 inches. So my T's, going back to my whiteboard drawing, which probably doesn't even show up on camera, but each T is going to need to be, I just took the measurement, I can't remember. So it was like 3 inches by, yeah, it's basically 3 by 3. Is this wider here? Barely, so we'll go 3.25. But this needs to be, yeah, like, say 3.25 inches here to allow for some slop height-wise. And then between the uprights, it's going to be 3.25. And now the extra fun part is how wide are the handles. That's going to decide how wide the T-junctions are, and they are approximately 1.5 inches. So we'll do 1.75 inches is this little gap. So it's going to be the same on each side then. 3.25 minus 1.75 inches. Quick maths. I can't do quick maths. 3.25 minus an inch is 2.25 minus 3/4 is 1/2. So 1.5 inches is how much is on each of these? Wait, oh no, that can't be right. Yeah, 1.5 inches. Swap that space, so I need, yeah, okay, cool. Each of those widths of the T's will be 1.5 inches. So 1.5 inches by 6. And how much space across are we working with here? You've got actual spaces 18.75. So how many of these can we reasonably fit? Do like 1, 2. Oh, of course I immediately hit it. Just end me. 1, 2, 3. Or could we fit 5 if I was persnickety about it? No, not really. So I can do 4 across. So let's just split this into quarters and make my life easier. You know what? I've got a thing for this. I picked it up at an auction. Just one of these little center point finders. But it lets me evenly divide a space by a number. Let's see if I can reach 4 across of what I'm doing here. Ooh, it's gonna be close. 1, 2, 3, 4 bays. Okay. Yeah, look at that. So then I can just mark. So what I've done is I've split this out and I'm just marking. And this way I don't have to do any math. Math is for suckers. That's what I'm remembering. Okay. I leave this here because now this is the width of like a full slot. Okay. That's the width of a full slot. And having that go 6 inches back. Okay, woosah. 6 inches. Grab this guy. We'll just mark it all out on the board I'm going to be making it on. That makes sense to me. Over here. Yeah. And then how thick is the plywood I'm going to be using? I've got some 3/4 inch ply. You know, it's never actually 3/4 of an inch. So let's see how thick it actually is. I'll be damned. It is like actually 3/4 of an inch. Plus or minus a 64th? Maybe? Cool. Well, if that's there, let's use you to get that on that line. I'm gonna do the same thing over here. But once I reset that measurement, yeah. As fun as it is having to do math to get all this right, it's a lot nicer when it's just referencing itself based on the real dimensions, and then I don't have to remember anything. I just mark it all down. It's much easier. I knew there was a reason I didn't want to glue this shelf in right away. And it's because I'm going to be screwing down into my freaking drill holes. Well, let's see if the glue's set up all the way or if I can get this out in time. I am not a professional. Oh, jeepers creepers. That's in there pretty good. But not good enough. Ha ha! I win again. Poor planning tries to screw me, but only I can wait. No, never mind. I didn't say anything. Okay. So I need 6" by, what was it, 3 1/4 I said? Yeah, 6" by 3 1/4. I'll set that height up in a minute. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those 6" pieces. This, because the bottom isn't perfectly flat, might be tricky to adhere, but that's why we put the backer. Okay. Yeah, and then we'll just need some inch and a half little bits for 1, 2, 3, and then 3/4 inch ones for the last 2. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Let's start cutting some plywood. Let's see, what would be the right dimension to cut first? Let's do that like 3.5 inch dimension first. Yeah, we'll do that one first. Oof. That end is not square. Ow. Splinters! Ooh, it's a good one. So it'll be like that. 2, 3. Let's see. I have to drill myself here. Does this all fit? Yeah, okay. Cool, those fit the way I hoped they would. Just take this. That's gonna fit okay. We'll do the same thing on this side. So we'll have to shuffle just a little. That's okay. All right. There, that ought to work. Okay. Actually, just like center it on that line. That works better than where I was before. Yep, because then that can go flush. Okay, perfect. All right. That's scrap. I need to cut one of you to be that long. And this to be down 3 times to 6 inches. So I set this to 7. I'll pan the camera. Loop. This. Set the stop this to 7 inches. Put a 1-inch stop block. Move this crap. And then just start making my cuts. Okay. So that should be uno, dos, tres, cuatro, and el cinco. Yep. Beautiful. Just like that. And we just actually, square them up. Should be that easy. Okay. Now I just need to make the little L bits. No, the T bits. Now I realize I'm going to need 6-inch strip. Okay. You might work. Let's do it that way. Yeah, let's do that. About how much room is that? Inch and a quarter. Inch. Inch. That'll work, plus that, so. Yeah. Inch and eighth plus 3/4. 2 1/4. 3 inches. I need 3 of these to be 3 inches wide. So when I center it on here, I should have what I need. The other ones need to be just under 2 inches. Cool. There's the job for this guy. I'm gonna fucking lose a finger doing what I was about to try. That was about to be very silly of me. Right on the money? Yep, okay. Lower blade. A little bit. There we go. Oops. Oh well. I accidentally cut into the gripper a little. That's why it's there, so that it's not my hand. Okay, that's gonna go. Ooh, nope. Slightly too big. These two are gonna shrink. Ugh, little bits of rubber everywhere. That's the real problem with what I just did. There we go. Okay, in theory, this is now what we're working with. Just like so. Oh, get you back where you go. Okay, that ought to work. Sweet! And then I just take this guy and cut it at the actual width of this old doodad. Bam. That's you there. Lighter gauge again. Right there. Yep. Cool. Yep. Whoops. Okay. Get all that set up. Mark off where these line up and start attaching. Oop. Need a new piece of lead. Come on. There's definitely lead in here. There we go. Are you also a little tiny piece? Yep. Okay. Ow. Okay, you can get moved now. There we go. All right. Go one at a time, left to right. What makes the most sense? Nails? Screws? Everything else has been screws, but this feels like a nail kind of problem. I like my nail gun, so I'm going to do that. I guess actually I'm going to use staples because they're a little bit more stable. You know, you get two little stabby dudes for the price of one pull. Some glue. Okay. All right, let's apply pressure. Let's get my hand out of dodge here. Last thing I need is my fingers to get all stapled. There we go. Okay, one down. Now we'll go outside this time. Oops. You aren't level. And that's gonna matter here. But luckily, staples bend more so than screws. There we go. Beautiful. Okay. Now, clean cut side is towards me. And line you up right in the middle. I'm doing the middle one next because that way I can do the other ones and I've got more support across the whole length of this board. Yeah. Okay. Coming along nicely. Next one goes here. I'm just kind of relying on the squareness of these cuts to tell me if I'm straight up and down. Not doing as much checking as I should. And last but not least, right there. Okay. Didn't have to do any math. Couldn't ask for better. Okay. So, I'll face this towards you all, just so you can see, but that's that part of it. Now I just need to adhere these parts. And that should be pretty easy. I think I'm going to round off the edges of these first, though. I don't have my router set up, so maybe I'll just bevel the edges. No. Round off makes a lot more sense. But my router table isn't set up. Oy, oy, oy. Life is full of these moments of just hard choices, you know? Set up the router table, or fuck up a cut manually, you know. Real decisions you have to make. Okay, I'm gonna put the round over bit where it's supposed to go. I'm gonna be a responsible person. And I'm gonna rotate the camera so you can actually see. But where are my router bits? They're over here. Excellent. Just a nice little round over. That's the Bosch, that's this wrench. Oh, where's the stupid, this thing? There's that. your big box. Uh-oh. No, put that right there. And I need the 1/4-inch chuck for this router. That's this one. No. This one. Okay, pop that in. Ooh. Oh, come on. Bolt. Oh, seriously, come on. This is why Allen wrenches are despised by everyone. There we go. Okay, right there. Oh, God. Oh, lost the chat. That's weird. Okay. That goes over there. Oy, oy, oy. Oh my God. That was miserable. Anyways, let's actually make sure this is tight, shall we? There we go. Whew. And that's where that tape measure went. And this up so that it's just across. That works. Lock it down. Okay, then I grab that little pin. So that I don't fuck up my fingers doing this. I'm gonna go find my paddle. Okay. That's for all of these. Does this have power? It does. Sick. Was that worth it? I don't know, but I did it. And we're back over here. That was exhausting. Okay. Let's get this stupid little assembly all glued up. All right. Right there. All right, let's see. Put this in here. Are you gonna fit when I do this? Right about in the middle. Yep. Awesome. We'll just keep doing the same thing all the way down. Make sure it fits. I don't want it to be too tight, but I want it to hang in there. Okay, that's good. Looking good. Lastly here. I knew it was going to happen. I tilted it. Dang it. Yep, that board tilted. Got snips somewhere around here for just this sort of situation, but I don't know where they are. Do I have a spare one of these little pieces? Because that would just be easier. Not quite. Okay, where's my regular hammer? That would also work. Not perfect, but good enough. Again, shop furniture. Okay, that should just about do it. We now have this ugly little contraption where I can hang my drills. Yay! I mean, I'll wait for the glue to dry. I'm not a psycho, but even without it, it'd probably be fine. And wipe off the spots where I didn't need glue because I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, all things considered, not too bad. And then accidentally these a little bit too long, but that's fine, honestly. So now we're just attaching this to this. And that's easy. Strike a line where it goes. Right in the middle. Do I need to pocket hole that? No. No, that's silly. I can just go across like this. Oops. There we go. Okay. Couple screws, and we're done. This whole assembly. I need to hold it up. Oh, doing this. Where you come in? Or not? Come on. There we go. Oh, yeah. These I'm going to want to countersink because I'm going down past where I have stuff. So some hose. We can go here. Swap cameras. Where's my mouse? Boop. There we go. Beautiful. And where'd that Allen wrench go? Okay, let's find some screws. Here's my wood screws. I have some with a tapered flat head. That should serve me well. These 1-inch ones ought to do. Nah, let's do 1.5 because it's hanging. Shoot. I think this drill bit is just a hair too wide. Get back there. What's that to do? Ah. It's there. Hey, you come over here. Oops. Ugh. Yep, that'll work. Oops. So what's going on here? I see, I'm a big dumb idiot. There we go. Yep. Okay, and then I just want to countersink that. Which I've got a bit for pride over here. It's not my best countersink bit, but it's the one that I have on hand. Just all I can really ask for right now. Yeah, this is the wrong kind of countersink bit for what I'm doing, but let's see if it works. It's pretty flush in there. So let's get to countersinking. Hold on. There we go, this should work better. All right, in theory that works better. We'll find out. Hui. This is definitely too many screws, but a couple of them are stripped out, so I don't even care. There we go. Okay. That all assembled, and all right, that's looking good. Put that shelf back in. Round 2. All right. Shelf goes back in. Nope, wrong side. I want it the other side to be forward. Oh, come on. Yep, that's a better looking side. Staple. And switch back to here. There we go. Ooh, that was gonna break, wasn't it? Okay, last thing to do is the French cleat. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So let's measure this. Inside dimension is 17 5/8. And we've got 4 5/8 room to play there. How wide are you? Oh no, I need to make sure I can match this. So let's do this. Pick this up. For anybody watching the VOD of this, because I don't think anybody's streaming right now, I'm doing a French cleat, which will make sense in just a moment. Basically, the first step is I need to cut a 45-degree angle on this board. I mean, it doesn't actually have to be exactly 45, but it's easier if it is, because then I can hang other things on things if I move this around, you know, all that fun stuff. But really, since I'm cutting this all from one board, I know the pieces will fit together, so I'm not too worried about it being exact. But I would have this be about 3.5 inches tall. Something dumb I did. Fix real quick. Well, at least I'm going to try to. Stupid fucking mallet. Yeah, did what I could. So, what I'm doing now is installing the French cleat. The French cleat is very, very simple. This piece will go on the wall at a 45-degree angle there. This is a mating angle. And this will go in the back of the cabinet, so when I hang it up, slots in there real nice. Just like that. It's very strong, so we should be all good. And then they're just different lengths so that I've got a little bit of wiggle when I'm setting this on the one on the wall. This just needs to go inside here where I measured. Nice and strong. I'm going to pocket hole. Yeah, pocket hole makes the most sense. So we'll do that. And then this is going to be ready to be mounted to the wall. Yay! And there was much rejoicing. Vacuum. Put the vacuum where it goes. Turn on the vacuum. Drill a couple holes. There it is. So actually, I flip this over. That in right where it goes. Couple of screws and we're off to the races. And with that, this is now fully assembled. Cool. Last but not least, I gotta get it up on this wall here. So, take you. That's gonna slot like that. And I need to just get it level on the wall there. Luckily I've got a level, and more importantly, let's bring the camera over here. Point it up there. How's that? I mean, yeah, that's more or less what I'm aiming for. Yep, that's the spot. Put this underneath here. I should be able to just mount it like right there. That ought to do it. Yeah, I'm gonna put a line across the middle of it so I can line it up with a screw, because I know that there's a, not technically a stud, what the hell is it called, a gable? Or a girt? I don't know, it's a pole barn building, so that instead of up in like vertical studs, it's got horizontal equivalents. I'll just go like that. That. And remember that I'm a big old dum-dum. Because that's how that's gonna go. Find the right length cabinet screw, 1.25 inches. No, I want longer than that. How about down here? What do we got? 2 inch? 2 inch seems perfect. For these. Okay. Make life easy on myself. Wherever I can. Sorry, just looking for my driver bit that I know is around here. I know I have the right bit for this screw. The bigger problem is where it's ended up. There it is. Ooh, how about you? This one should be it. It is indeed. Pop a couple of these in here. Okay. Grab that level I was using, which is over there. Of course it is. Alright. Pop this up here. And level it out. Easy peasy. Keep it level. And let's hang this up and see what kind of disaster it causes. Hopefully, not one at all. Yep, there we go. Just like the prophecy foretold. That's it. That's it up on the wall. The only thing I'm gonna do now is just put one of those cabinet screws in it because I don't want to bump this thing off and have it come tumbling down. That'd be a real big bummer, and I'd feel very, very silly. So just easy peasy. There, and now that isn't gonna go anywhere. Yep. Start loading it up. Drill bits, Forstner bits, drill bits. More drill bits. Okay, I've got too many drill bits. Noted. Too many drill bits. Well, it's more of a stopgap anyways. But this is progress towards my end goal. And I appreciate progress. Now the last thing I wanted to do, oh actually, another thing I want to check. All right, is this level? Yeah. Can you bring to oh, we're tied up. Okay. You getting that, camera guy? Well, you really can't see it, can you? Probably not. Whatever. Last couple pieces of the puzzle here are simple. I want to hang my battery chargers on the side of it. So let's find my battery chargers. I've got my DeWalt one over here. That's the main one. And I've got one other rinky-dink one around here somewhere. For my, here it is. For my other, oh, it doesn't have nice little mounting holes like the DeWalt one does. That's annoying. Well, the DeWalt one does at least, so I can hang that up on the wall. Let's get that going. Do I want it on this side? Or this side? This side's easier to get to. Just gonna go right there, run the cable there. Yep, that's easy. All right, I'm gonna do the tape trick. If you haven't seen the tape trick, you're about to. Really easy way to make sure your holes line up where they're supposed to go. I'll show you. First, you take a piece of tape. I know I'm blowing some minds here by calling the tape trick something where it uses a piece of tape. Take that piece of tape, put it across here. And now I'm gonna punch holes where I need the screws to go. See how that works? And now I take that piece of tape and I put it where I want to mount it. I'm going to use a level again here as my reference. But I just, let's do up here. Make sure it's level. And I got marks in the tape right where I need to quickly pop 2 screws in. I should move that up though. But either way, 2 screws. You swap for the correct bit. And then yeah, I am gonna move that tape up so that it's here with this. Conveniently, I can see where that is. Where'd that level go? Wee-yoo. Hey-ya, okay, crazy. Still need to clean here. Still need to clean here real bad. That should be close. And is this screw gonna work? No, good thing I checked. Grab the other ones. There, those fit. Take my driver. And I realized too late I have the wrong bit in. Yep. Go right into those holes in the tape that I marked. Rip the tape off. And those holes are right where they need to be. All right. Now let's see how true that is, I suppose. Oh, I got an angle, and there you go. Perfect, snug fit. I'm gonna manage the wire around over here. Pop that bit out. We did it. I gotta put labels on the fronts of them. Some of them already have them. This one here does. Ooh, I missed. That one says nails. Here, empty. Your empty one can go on top. Last but not least, there you go. That's it. Shop infrastructure done. Little one-day build. Well, not shop infrastructure done. That'd be crazy. But one more one-day build done. Got that all set up. Got the majority of my drill bits in there. Can hang my drills. I actually have a spare impact driver even. I can go hang under there. I didn't know what I was going to do with it. But now that it's got a place to live, what I'm going to do with it. Shipping. Ta-da! All right, well, that clears up that stream. All done there. I'm going to sign off. To my audience of 0, but hey, that's fine. I had people pop in. And also, this was about the project, not the views. Oh, I sound like I'm making excuses, but I really don't mind. Okay, all done. Thanks for tuning in, those of you who are here. Anyone watching the VOD, I am stunned you've made it to the end here. Really? What a wild bee. How did you get in here? Oh, you better not be hiding like in my ceiling. All right. Well, on that fun note, yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see y'all later.